Hey all, I'm back with another video. Unfortunately, this might be the last of the super hot videos that I have this year, so I decided to hold Nikolai with me here for the intro, much against his will. And I'm not going to keep you long, buddy, don't worry. He just got inside, he needs to cool off, but I figured go ahead on this nice hot day to heat things up a little bit more. I've got the long-awaited, often imitated, never duplicated 7-pot yellow. It took me forever to finally get these things to even bloom on the plant. The only thing I could think was the plant was in the shade a little too much during the day. Without enough sun, it wasn't given the internal triggers to go ahead and start blooming and producing. So the plant grew big and green and bushy. It's not in that much of a state like that now because, well, I'll explain that in a minute, but the yellow, I've got a few of them here. They're actually pretty large. They don't look that big, but I've actually got a fresh habanero here. Let's see, what's the biggest one on this plant? That'll do. Come on. Okay. So, fresh orange habanero, the biggest one on the plant, and these are actually fairly small 7-pot yellows. They have a very obviously different shape. This one's, you know, just a regular everyday hob. Very shiny though. Wow, that looks good. Looks like a little pumpkin. But these have the mushroom shape and very pretty yellow. I really love the yellow. It's not quite the same yellow as the ahi pineapples. They're a little bit different, as you can see, but that's okay because we can see the difference between this and orange, and even more so this and my 7-pot browns, which for some reason now later in the season have begun to turn somewhat of a mustard color. They will not ripen past this stage. They will just get this color and then turn soft. I'm not sure why that is. The first one I pulled off of this plant was that color. Nice chocolatey look to it, and for whatever reason they just have stopped. But here we see the 3 different 7-pot species it looks like I have here. So we're going to be giving this one a try here in a couple minutes, but let's step out back, take a look at the plant, and I will be right back with you. Alright, here we are with the lovely 7-pot yellow plant. The leaves don't look great on it. It looks like it's in pretty bad shape. In fact, the only thing terrible that's happened to it is this branch here died a while back, and another one broke off. But beyond that, it's been a very healthy plant. Now the leaves are starting to fall off because it's in full ripen mode, and that's pretty much the last priority for it when it's trying to do this. But once all these beautiful pods fall off, or get taken off as it were, then it'll start putting out new green ones and trying to procreate once again. I've got a couple bags on it here. I'm trying to isolate the seeds to make sure that I can grow pure ones next year, because I love the way these look, and I need a really hot yellow one so I can make a lovely yellow hot sauce. So we've got a couple that have a very neat look to them. Look at that. I love that little, it's like a stinger slash mushroom shape. Kind of neat. But we're going to go give this a try, and hopefully it'll be delicious. Yeah, I got back in and realized that my phone was down to about 2 minutes worth of recording space here, so I had to clear out some old videos. Unfortunately, Alan had to delete the videos of us. They're no longer on my phone. Sorry. Guess we'll have to stick with them being on my PC and YouTube at this point, but I don't think anyone cares. So, as with its cousin, the 7-pot brown, they got the name. This is one of the variants from the same cultivar of chili that one of these is supposedly enough to spice up 7 pots of chili. Now, I can say that as a chili head myself, that's more than likely not the case. It's not going to be anywhere close to that for me. I would put one of these in like a large pot of spaghetti, and it would be just fine. Especially if you cook it, the more you cook it, the less the heat is going to be in there. But that's where it gets the name, supposedly. You know, it's hard to pinpoint the name of anything if you weren't there. But this is just the yellow variety. I have a feeling it's going to taste very similar, because a lot of these that are in this, the same species that sort of derives from the scorpion, the The Scorpion being one of them. Both of the 7 pots, the Reaper had a very similar, they all have kind of a similar floral flavor to them. As I said in the video outside, I'm still trying to isolate seeds from these. So if I'm going to take a bite out of any of them, I'm probably not going to be risking taking any of the seeds out of the ones that have this nice proper shape to them. The deformed one here that sort of came out a little bit wonky, this one's more likely going to be the victim today. I'm can't say I'm looking forward to it, because I remember the 7-pot brown being incredibly hot, and I know this is going to be no different than that. I'm not going to eat the whole thing. I've done that. I've ridden that tiger. We have proof of it. No one can ever say I didn't. This is a flavor review more so than a heat review. I know this is going to be hot. I don't need to prove that to myself. So, brand new, full gallon of ice cream today. Probably going to not eat the whole thing, but I've got it here just in case I need it. And by just in case, I mean in the event that I know 100% that I'm going to need it right here in a minute. Capsicum chinense, as all the others that are in the super hots. It's a pretty productive plant, even considering how late it is in the season that it's now producing. It is producing quite a few of these. And the other ones, the one out front took even longer than this one, because maybe there is just something genetic about these where these took longer than before, but I'll be starting these earlier next year, if I can get the seeds from them, of course. But yeah, I don't think I can delay this anymore. No delay. Immediately after biting, it's hot. And building. And building. Yep, same flavor as I thought. Great flavor though. Love that taste. Similar to the chocolates. That same floral, fresh taste. Unlike anything you buy in any other vegetable that you can buy out there. All right, now we're starting the real ramp up. Like that immediate bite, it's like biting into something that you would get at a store that's labeled hot. It's like, ooh, oh, that's spicy. But it's nothing that even a non-chili head couldn't handle. Now we're starting to do the big pickup. It's not bad. It's very slow. If it's gonna get worse than this is slow. I've already swallowed it. It's down. Wow, that's actually, if this is how it's gonna peak, that's not that bad at all. That or my tolerance has just gone up after eating a Reaper. I suppose that is possible, although unlikely. I'm sweating a little bit, but I was sweating a little bit anyway. I was outside doing the first part of this video. Well, I'm sorry, the middle part of this video, but I do those parts first. Sort of psych myself up. Ooh. I've actually got more of a burn right here now. It's building a little bit. Not unbearable. Completely 100% fine right now. Of course, I didn't go back into the real heavy placenta area. It was just toward the front. But like I said, this is a flavor test, which it passes that identical flavor to the 7-pot brown. Maybe a little less tasteful than the Reaper, but then again, I ate more of the Reaper. It's hard to really judge these. Yeah, that's actually somewhat of a pleasant burn. It's not mind-numbing, anything like that. And I'm just still sweating into my eyes. I don't have the involuntary tears from this one. That's not so bad. I was really expecting worse. This is a perfect level of heat for me. This would make an incredibly good hot sauce, I have a feeling. I'm sad. This one had a couple little spots on it. I don't know, maybe some leaf sucker tried to poke a hole in it or something, but it's not too bad. It's just little surface stuff. Wow. So this was not bad. I'm actually not even going to bother with ice cream on this one because I can handle this. So yeah, if you're looking for something on the super hot scale that's not going to actually kill you, I always read that the chocolate ones aren't supposed to be as hot as the other varieties. I always read they were on the lower end, but now I'm starting to think otherwise. Because the chocolate bootla was absurd. Worse than a ghost, worse than the red ghost, and worse than the peach ghost by far. And honestly, if I'd bitten the whole thing, it might have been worse than a Reaper. But it's hard to tell. But this is nowhere near any of those. The Scorpion was worse than this. Maybe it crossed. I don't know. Maybe not. I mean, they look exactly like they did when I pulled them out of the seeds last year. I remember this specifically because I remember thinking, wow, it looks like a pretty little yellow mushroom. But no, these are just delicious. So yeah, I'm actually going to be able to end this video. I'm not even going to need ice cream. I'm not going to turn the video off and then devour all this ice cream. Oh my god, I can't believe it. I'm not trying to be tough here. This is just good. I'm not even bummed. Because if I wanted hot, super duper hot, I've got other options for that. And, of course, the thing full of Reapers behind me. Wow. I'm actually really happy how that turned out. I think I'm definitely happier than I would have been if this had just been another one that was too hot to enjoy. So there you have it. I'd say the heat is a 7, maybe? Great flavor, of course, but yeah, that's manageable. I'm gonna definitely grow more of these next year, and hopefully I'll be able to get more of them, because as it turns out, I'm probably gonna get like 15 or 20 of these, and that's it. I don't really want to mix them with the brown ones though. I kind of want to keep them separate because of their heat level. Okay, the video's just gonna get boring from here because it's already on its way down. So I'm surprised, pleasantly surprised. This was a great pot. I'm really glad I grew these. And I will be growing more next year because this is a good step on the ladder of heat. So there you have it. Maybe a little bit less exciting since this is, like I said, likely my final super hot video of 2018, because I don't foresee me putting myself through lots and lots of pain again unless there's some real entertainment value in it for someone. Maybe if I can get another volunteer to come by and suffer through it with me. But I hope you've enjoyed the one so far, and I'll continue to try and upload videos. I've got some things that I'm working on, and I kind of want to do a little bit more video footage for those, but I might have to put them off until next year for the testing videos. But keep in touch. Always feel free to message me. I'm happy to answer any questions anyone has. I've gotten a few here and there, and it makes me feel good to be able to help someone out. So yeah, I hope everyone enjoys their week, and judging by the temperature outside, I think it's a good day to say, stay cool.